Hello and welcome back, or welcome to House of Astralis. My name is Kayla. I'm your cosmic guide. Today, I do have a channeled message to share. I've sat on this for quite some time, and it took me a little while to realize that it's something to share here or share with people. And I figure because I have this platform, um, this is the best place to do it, and it can reach a lot more people here. And of course, my spirit team, after sitting on it, it's like the nudge, right? Of like, okay, are you gonna post it? Are you gonna post it? Are you gonna go talk and tell people? And it's like, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. So I've taken some notes here, so I'll be referring to them, but it's really just about in a way, feeling lost. And it's sort of like my own journey now after, taking the notes from the channel that I was getting. It was, it's eye-opening in a way, for me at least. And, I live here in America and our healthcare system isn't the greatest. And in 2025, it's not looking the greatest either. Lots of things there that I won't get into. But and it's not only America. I know there are other countries out there that aren't as good. And there are countries out there who are doing great and who aren't putting their citizens in debt over healthcare. But, you know, if you know, you know. So part of my own journey was like, how can I help? What can I do to make a difference? What can I do to help and get healthy and live the live our lives to the fullest. And with a lot of like my own health issues, family members, it's like the constant of, oh my goodness, what can I do? What can I do? Because we all go to the doctor and then we're told you're just crazy, or yeah, we don't see anything here. So it's kind of like you just have to live with it. And I don't think that's the way to live. And I don't think we should live like that. I I'm in a course for functional nutrition through the Functional Nutrition Alliance, and I've enjoyed it so much. Just going through the whole body systems, we start with our gut, and it's just seeing how everything in your body works together, and your gut is a second brain. So that was eye-opening to me, and realizing that's not taught in medical school. We go to our doctors, and they don't even realize how connected we are. Why is dentistry a whole different profession, right? Because they think the mouth is separate from the rest of our body, which obviously there's specialties. I don't think it's maybe even feasible for a healthcare doctor, to be doing everything in your body. So that's why there are subspecialties and subcategories of the medical profession here. In medical school, they're taught how to treat symptoms. They're taught how to mask. They're taught how to just prescribe and prescribe and prescribe and not really get down to the root cause, which is important. And which is why I really like Functional Nutrition Alliance. We get down to the root causes, and there's just so, again, everything is connected, and I can't stress that enough. Everything is connected. So I started taking that course because it's like, okay, that's one way I can help, or at least be knowledgeable about our bodies and help myself, help my family. And with that, I didn't know if I wanted to be a coach. I wasn't really feeling that, but I figured I'll take this, get certified just to have it, right? Just to have it. Because I didn't, I can't rely on the medical system for most things. Obviously, I still go to the doctor, and I think it's important to go. And another thing I've ran into is if I go to a holistic doctor or a doctor who is functional, integrative, holistic, again, the price tags on these are just astronomical as well, because I can't take insurance because the insurance companies won't cover them. And it's like, well, what do I do? What do I do? I can't pay for either one, or, I just don't have the ability to really go to either one. So that's why, as well, I wanted to learn it for myself, to treat myself and my family. Um, And I think it's important, the more I've gone into this, is that we need to tune back into what's deep in our bones and our DNA. Our ancestors, deep, however far back you want to go, they were treating each other. All had probably at least one doctor in the family, one person who can help. And I'm sure there were more than one person who was knowledgeable as well. Like they knew what we aren't realizing right now, or at least majority. There were herbalists, there were modern day like pharmacists, right? A lot of them knew how to treat. And I think it's important that we go back to that. And that's why I wanted to learn as much as I could, because there's ancient medicine that we just stopped using. Of course, with technology and modernization, there are some things that can be changed, but we shouldn't forget our roots here. I think that's important. And it's our birthright to be healers, right? It's something, again, it's deep in our DNA. From a young age, we realize that touch means a lot. A hug heals, right? Like, it's just so good to have a hug. It's so good to hold your hand, and we don't realize how powerful it is. Like, that's where the Reiki comes through, right? We use our hands and we use that energy to flow, and it's just that simple in a way. I say simple because it is. It's just we got to rewire our brains to really see it as simple and something that's achievable, even. So, again, it's our birthrights, and we really do need to tune back, and learn these ancient medicines and these cultures who had it, who had it down, and kind of fix our system. That's really something else I'm passionate about as a public health major as well, is fixing our systems. How can we change it? And right now, it seems hard, and I can't be the only one. I know I'm not the only one, so that's why I'm here sharing this, because there are so many other people out here who feel the same way I do. We just don't know how to change the system. We don't know how to make it a better place and more accessible. That's what I care about, is accessibility, of everybody being able to afford it or not going into debt because they have stomach issues. And it's I can get into it, but it's like, okay, the food that we're eating, the air that we breathe, like it's all causing problems, and then we can't even afford to go get seen. And then the problem will just pile up and pile up and pile up, and you know how that goes. I'm sure there's a majority of us who sit on our discomfort and our pain because we feel like there's nothing else to do. And then we want to turn to professionals who actually care and who want to help, but those aren't accessible either. And it's not our fault. It's We just have to work together in a way. And so that's why I'm here to talk more about it and kind of shoot the shit, so to speak. I have my notes here from the channeled messages, and yeah, I just want to share some things. And with that, I do believe that we should all have someone in our family who can do this, who can help us. I personally, my journey on this has been quite extensive, and it's been driven by the fact that, oh my goodness, if I don't do the work, if I can't heal my family, who is? If I can't heal myself, who is? Like, what system is going to be there? So it's me, I guess. And I don't want to say that I'm alone in doing this, but it came from, oh my goodness, it's on me. So it's kind of on you too, in a way of, how are you gonna heal yourself, heal your family? And I don't want to put all the pressure on you, and it don't put this in your own context, right? Don't think you're the sole person, because I think there should be multiple, and it's super accessible. One modality that I've been learning, or that I read from, is the emotion code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And when I say that I just read this, learned the technique, and I've been implementing it for myself and my family, and it's worked, it's been amazing. I truly don't know why it's not more Popular, I guess, probably because there's a lot of woo in there, lots of energy, but there are scientific studies that have proven that energy, like what energy is, and that it's everywhere. And, it's just amazing. I don't want to get into all the scientific details there because someone else can express it better than I can, and I don't want to mess it up in a way. But it's easy. Like, you can learn it. You can learn it, and of course, be responsible and ethical with it. I'm getting certified. I'm in the middle of that here, but for now, I'm comfortable doing it on myself, my pets, my family, and it's worked. And of course, there are so many other modalities out there, and there are many other ways to heal in a way. And the emotion code or emotional healing techniques in general aren't the end all be all because there are instances where there are other things. Maybe actually we do need to go to a Western doctor or another modality here because we are complex beings, and with a complex system and complex bodies and complex life, like it's not going to be fixed with one thing. And so, again, with Western medicine, trying to treat symptoms with just a pill or medication that causes other things down the line, and then it's just like we don't need that sometimes. Don't get me wrong, like I this message is obviously not for the things that can be treated or looked at and healed in a different way, in that way. So, with that, another thing in my life, my story here is feeling lost. I look back and even like last year, I was lost. Like, what do I do? I know I want to help, but I don't want to be a doctor, really. Like, I don't want to go to medical school. I don't want to be a coach. Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I followed the breadcrumbs and I'm getting to where I'm meant to be. And I've realized that we can all do this. It's so easy and so accessible that we can learn it. And honestly, if you are lost as well, why not just learn how to heal? Just to do it, and perhaps you'll find your passion out of that. Or you'll decide it's not for me, but maybe I can do it on the side. Or again, your pets, your family, yourself. Like these are modalities that we all need. And it's not that hard. Like people do Reiki on themselves all the time, right? You can get certified in that or certified and only do it on yourself. Of course, if you're looking to make money or practice on other people, that's when the ethical and legal issues come in. So you need to make sure that you are protecting yourself and others. But you don't have to get into these healing modalities to practice on the whole world or make money from it. But I think it's important because if I heal or if I help and do some energy and healing practices on someone, like my husband, that's one person I've helped, and he can go on his day and live a better life in a way. I can help my friends, and that little touch will go on to touch others, right? It's a domino effect, and it's not something to be taken lightly. Just like kindness and love, right? Like it spreads, and we want that to be contagious. We want to be able to help someone, and then that just spread as well. So ultimately, that's my goal here. If you go and learn how to heal, how to release trapped emotions, because in that conversation, yes, emotions get trapped in our bodies, you know? And if you go and learn how to release that from yourself, your household, you and maybe others here and there, those are lives changed. Those are lives that can live a different way now. They can have more peace. They can feel lighter, literally lighter here. So that's just the message essentially is if you don't know what to do, if you're lost, learn how to heal. We need it. We need it. It's for yourself, for others, your pets, anybody, everybody. And of course, respect close practices and be ethical. That's another thing, not just go out here willy-nilly and do whatever you think is right. To actually take the time to learn these techniques and be appreciative and grateful and have respect for them and for the people that you're healing. Again, we need this. We need a better system. And if the systems in place right now are not helping us, why not change the game? Why shouldn't we step up and do it ourselves? There's never going to be enough healers. Even if every single person in every house was a healer, I don't think there would be enough. The market is not saturated enough. There are, what, 8 billion people out there, and let's say only a billion of them were healers or able to help their community like that in some way. It's still not enough. We need mass amounts of people to do this. And I'm very passionate about, again, access. That's why my services are charged a little low because I want people to be able to come to me. I myself have looked into these practitioners and I'm like, how? I get it. They have to make a living too, but how are you charging that much? And how do you get customers? I guess, and when it comes down to if it's really dire, like you're gonna have to go to debt, right? And that's what the Western medicine system does now. So it's like, I guess it's deep and it's tragic. We shouldn't live like this anymore, and we won't. So it's up to us. It's up to Yeah, it's up to us, and I'm doing my part. I I'm healing. Another great point was that if you are already in the medical field, that is awesome. You have a foundation to go off of now. You can go ahead and learn new techniques. And again, like the Functional Nutrition Alliance, obviously not sponsored, but they are from the root up. They want to figure out from the root what's causing issues from the root. They want to dive into every body system and teach so that you can understand how they're all connected and how just because something is happening over here doesn't mean the cause isn't here. And spoiler alert, it's probably going to be the first thing you're going to look into is the gut. Just simple, you know? So even just learning something about that, how to heal, and yes, going back to the medical field, you'll learn things you wouldn't know from medical school. You'll learn things that you might have that might contradict what you were taught. And that's for you to question and figure out later and make your own opinion, I guess, on that system because I have not been through the medical field and the trainings, the education there, but obviously it's not enough if so many people are stuck in pain, not able to get help, not able to get access. Food for thought. It's pretty much all of the notes here, and I can go on and on, but a lot of it would be repeating the same things that I've already talked about. So I think, again, the main point here is that if you're feeling lost, if you don't know what to do and you're not feeling happy or fulfilled, just learn a healing technique. The emotion code, like I said, there are I've looked into their certifications and I'm not getting certified by them because it's a little ridiculous, but they're easy to learn and there are other emotional freedom or emotional release techniques out there that you can find and participate in and get certified in instead. Like there are workarounds for that. Again, you don't have to do all those outlandish things if you're just going to help your family. Obviously, be ethical about it, ask, have consent, get consent from them, but we need we need a medical revolution in a way. We need to all heal. We need to be healers, and it's easy. I say it's easy with a little asterisk. It has to be easier than living in pain and discomfort every day of our lives and feeling uncomfortable and not satisfied. So, with that, will you take the call? Will you learn it? just to learn it, just to see, because again, sometimes if we follow the breadcrumbs, we're going to be led down the right path. Maybe you learn this now, and if you're still not happy, that's totally okay. But at least you have this foundational knowledge so that if you did have to come across someone, yourself, your family, your pets, you can do it. And you don't have to go to a practitioner and do it and pay a bunch of money. Same thing as like maybe you clip your pet's nails. Maybe you bathe or groom them yourself because you wouldn't want to go to someone else. You learned that technique, right? You learned how to do that so that you can do it yourself. And I think this is along the same lines. And of course, if we're getting into medical and body stuff, obviously there's maybe a greater risk, but I don't know, take that with a grain of salt and really ask yourself, how can I show up for my community? How can I show up for myself and my world? How can I show up and help heal? Because if if we only had to rely on our medical systems that we have, there's still not enough doctors. There's still not enough nurses or staff. There's not enough of them. So it's also like us helping, right? If I knew that, okay, all of my pain and discomfort is not rooted in emotions, trapped emotions, or energy imbalances, or anything spiritual, or anything that I can help myself with, and I go to a practitioner, that makes me feel a lot better because then they can help me get down to the root cause or help me see what imbalances are there and how it can be healed. If I went into a doctor's office today for my pain, they'd probably tell me that I'm just too anxious. And yes, anxiety, exactly. So that's the thing. Emotions, right? Like anxiety will cause physical symptoms. But going to a doctor and getting told it's all in your head, there's nothing we can do about it, that doesn't help release anything. That doesn't help heal. That doesn't help get to the bottom of it. And if anything, it causes more anxiety down the line and then probably bigger and bigger issues. It just snowballs. So I would rather know that I've done everything I can myself. I could go into a doctor and feel a little more confident about what they have to say. And with that, I will leave you. I truly hope this helped you. It's needed. Take the call, do something. And if you think I can't do it, who's going to come to me? Who who can I help? There's already someone down the street who's doing it. Who cares? Again, the market is not saturated enough. If it was saturated, we would all be in better states. We would all be in better states. I need you to help me heal. I can't heal everybody in the city that I'm in. So I would rather have competition, other practitioners who are able to help and help me reach more people. I can't reach everybody in this city with 1 million people. I need you to help me. I need you to help me heal. I need help because there's just too many people and we all need healing and it's extensive. So I hope to encounter the people that you heal, indirectly or not. Again, it spreads and it can be so simple. It really can be. And that's the hard part, right? We think we have to go through 20 years of medical school and then still not be able to help people. Anyways, I hope those of you who get it because I'm not saying you shouldn't ever go to the doctor because you do, you should. But if your doctor isn't believing you, isn't helping you, there are other ways. And it doesn't have to be spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on top of that at a holistic practitioner. And again, they all can help too, but if you're if you're like me, I don't have that money to spend there. I I don't know. I would rather learn it myself. Maybe that's a me thing. But thank you for tuning in. I know this is a little different. I usually do the tarot content, but I will have more channeled readings. I don't know if it'll be anything like this, but this is something that I've sat on for a while, and I was called to share it. So I know there's someone out there who gets it. I'm not the only one. And you're not the only one. So I'm helping you, and you're going to help me, and we're going to help the world. We're going to help our communities here. So good luck, because it's not easy. Yeah, thank you. And I look forward to reading for you again. I look forward to sharing messages with you again.